Hey, I'm Patty from AldermanFarms, and on today's video I'm going to be making feta cheese. There's a few things you're going to need to be able to make the feta cheese. You're going to need a pot, of course, and you're going to need goat milk. The recipe and the culture that I'm using is from Cultures for Health. And I'm going to tell y'all I've been very bad. I have actually had this culture for quite a few years. I've had it in the freezer though, so I'm hoping that it's going to turn out good. This is a little packet that comes in there. You actually get 8 of them. When I bought it, anyway, it's like I said, it's been a few years. They've actually changed the packaging, but we have an Amazon link below if you want to order something like this. Anyway, you're going to need your starter culture. You're going to also need rennet, a good thermometer, because we're going to have to be heating this milk up to a certain temperature, 86 degrees, and so you've got to know, the temperatures are very important when you're making yogurt, making cheese. It's important to have the right temperatures. You're going to also need salt for your brining solution afterwards. And Tommy, if you can show them these jars here. I have these jars set up. I'm going to actually be using this. This actually has a basket in it, and I got it from Cultures for Health, because this cheese has a brining solution, and so I had just picked this up a long time ago. But you can also just use a canning jar too, and depending on how much you're going to use, depending on what size canning jar, whether it's a quart or a half gallon. Some measuring utensils, and I think I said a spoon for stirring. Oh, one thing that you do need is some cheesecloth, because you will put the curds in the cheesecloth and hang them and let them drip for a little while. So anyway, but we're fixing to get busy. I hope you'll stay with us. Okay, I'm using Cultures for Health feta cheese starter, and I have heated 2 quarts of milk. You can do 1 to 4 quarts. This is my first time making feta, so I'm doing just 2 quarts. I only have 1 goat we're milking right now. It's supposed to be heated to 86 degrees, and it looks like it's there. And I have already removed my pot from the heat, and I add 1 packet of feta cheese starter. There's not very much in there, but I'm trusting this is going to taste like feta cheese. Cultures from Health is a very good company. They offer lots of great starters. We actually have an Amazon link where you can get these starters from Amazon, and a lot of the starters are actually on Amazon Prime, and a lot of them, even if they're not on Amazon Prime, they have free shipping. So, okay. I've added the pack of starter, and I've got to mix thoroughly. And it looks like it's all mixed up. I don't see any little granules or anything in there. A little extra mixing. Okay. And now I am to let this milk sit undisturbed for 1 hour. Okay, my milk has set with the feta starter for 1 hour. And now I have to mix 1/4 cup of water with 1/2 teaspoon of liquid rennet. Alright, there's my 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to dilute it in water. Okay. There's my cheese. Alright, and it says to add the diluted rennet to the milk in an up and down motion with a spoon. And it says do not overmix. So this is the only up and down motion I know how to do. So I'm not stirring it around and around. I'm just gently getting it mixed all in the milk, and I can see it already starting to separate a little bit. Now after I get this mixed, and it says not to over mix, once I get this mixed, I'm going to cover the pot and I'm going to put it in a warm spot that's 72 to 77 degrees for it to culture for 12 hours. And it's already 8:13 right now. And that place for me, because it's January right now, so that place for me is going to be upstairs because that is the warmest place. It really doesn't fluctuate that much. So we'll be back around 8:15 tonight. Okay, now the cheese was supposed to set for 12 hours. It actually set for 14 hours. We ended up going out of town to Jackson. But anyway, so now it's time for me to cut the curd. So I'm going to cut the curd.
You're about to cut the cheese?
I'm going to cut the cheese.
On video.
Let me turn this light on.
Hey everybody, Patty's cutting the cheese.
See, I can't even see it. Oh, let me pick it up and show them how it looks. You see how that looks?
It looks like feta cheese.
It really looks cool. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it. But I've never had it being around like that. I mean, y'all, it's perfectly round, so I'm just gonna get to cutting.
So it's weird. With it being round like that, it's almost as if it shrunk, like a layer formed inside, that conformed to the pot, the shape of the pot, and then it shrunk or drew up.
Yeah, it's odd how it does. And I had a cutting board out over here because I really thought seriously about taking it out and doing it on a cutting board because it's so floaty and stuff.
But the instructions said to cut it in
I'm supposed to
whey.
Well, I'm supposed to stir it. That's why in the whey.
Like to break it up a lot, or
I don't know if it's to break. It don't say it's to break it up. You want to taste it?
Yeah, it probably don't taste very good at this point, huh? Probably don't have much taste.
You can taste the whey. But see, I got to put that in cheesecloth, and then I'm going to do it right again tonight because it's going to have to hang all night long in the cheesecloth, and I'm only supposed to do it for about 4 hours or until it quits dripping.
So what are you going to do?
Maybe it'll quit dripping. I'm going to let it hang all night because I got to go to bed. But maybe it'll quit dripping before I go to bed because I gotta wind down a little bit. Okay, now I got that done. Let me get a spoon. And it just said to stir it. Let's see. Gently stir the curd on and off for the next 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to stand here for 20 minutes, are we?
No, I'm not, because I'm not going to do that either, but I hate to do it different, but I'm going to do it different.
Patty's such a rebel. She don't ever follow instructions.
I'm going to have to do it different. So, anyway.
Y'all remember this. This is where she's
breaking
breaking the rules right here at this stage. Because it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine if our plans didn't change and we went to Jackson tonight.
I guess I'm going to need to pour this in here, though. I don't know if this bowl's big enough to catch all that. I think it is.
We're about to find out. Drum roll, please.
See, had I kept stirring it, I think it would have broke it up more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I may be messing it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. And I only did 2 quarts of milk because this is my first time. I could have done. Hey, can I borrow somebody's hand, please? Somebody come hold this for me.
Could you put it in the fridge to keep it from being room temperature all night? I guess not until it stops.
Hold it on the edge right here, baby.
Not until it stops dripping, huh?
Well, I mean, I would have to rig up something in the fridge to catch the drip.
Yeah.
I want to get all the goodness out of it. Okay. Now, like I said, y'all,
I bet it's not going to drip too long.
I am breaking the rules because I was supposed to stir that for 30 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Now, I'm supposed to hang this cloth. Let's see. Place it in a tight weave, butter muslin, or a dishcloth. And then you hang it, draw it up together. Tomorrow, I'm going to, hand me that little thing right there. That little thing right, yeah, the little, you can hand me all of it, yeah. Go ahead and hand it to me.
I'm trying to keep the camera.
I wanted to show y'all this. I got this from Cultures for Health, too, I believe. I can't remember where I got it from, actually.
Mad Millie.
But this is this is for feta cheese for when you do the brine. And I was wondering about, I thought, well, that's not very big to be putting it in there. But look, this is going to be just the right size for when I do my brine. To have my feta cheese in here, and it just will sit right down in there for my brine. And that's where you're going to put the salt and everything, and it says on the instructions that if you're doing raw milk, that you do it for 30 days, you age it for 30 days, and for fresh milk, for pasteurized milk, you do it for less days, just like what did it say, 4 to 5 days, but for raw milk, you do it 30 days, so I don't know why you do it so much longer. So, and I always remember it says to avoid aluminum. It's better to use stainless steel, which I'm sure this little thing is aluminum, but it did.
You're just a rule breaker.
It did touch my cheese, and I'm gonna wash it off right quick. It's just because of what what could happen. But yeah, it looks like it is. Maybe it's gonna quit dripping. Because I squeezed it. It didn't say I was supposed to squeeze it.
Rule breaker.
Gosh, a lot of it came in there too. Let's see. I just want to see what it looks like. See how dry it looks. Yeah, it's pretty dry. So. Oh, well, maybe I should mix up my brine. What does it say? Maybe I ought to mix up my brine. What you think?
Whatever you think. It's bedtime.
Well, I gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
Taste that. I can see how that's gonna taste like feta cheese.
Mm-hmm.
When it's salty. It don't taste bad at all, y'all.
Mm-mm.
So, okay, now I'm gonna mix up my salt solution. And that is supposed to be 1/2 gallon of water and 1/3 cup of salt. But I could have done 4 quarts of milk, and I didn't. I did 2 quarts of milk. And so I know I don't need this much brine. Plus, I'm going to be putting it in my little thing like this. And so I'm going to mix up. Let's see what I'm going to mix up. It costs.
So you're going to break another rule?
No, I'm going to cut it down. Cut down the recipe. All right, I've got my 2 2/3 cup of water because I've reduced it down into just 1/3 of the amount that I was supposed to have. And I'm adding in 1/3 cup of 1/3 of salt because I'm reducing down the recipe.
1/3 of a cup.
Yeah, 1/3 of a cup. There you go. Okay, so.
Approximately.
And I have my cheese here, waiting for no more drips. So drain curds in a clean jar. Add the brine solution and screw tight. Store it. Okay, now let's see. It's a nice, pretty ball of cheese. I'm trying to get all the little pieces off my cheesecloth. Okay, and here we go. Put it over that. To make sure we don't overflow to that. It's going to overflow some. There we go. It didn't
overflow at all, did it?
No, but it. Okay.
You got to put that lid on there.
Ooh, that is salty. I'm excited. Okay, y'all.
You're not supposed to break it up in there. You're supposed to just leave it like it is.
It says place drained curds in a clean jar. Add the brine solution. Screw on tight lid. Store in the refrigerator. Y'all, this is my first trying of feta cheese. I'm so excited. And it says that it's supposed to sit for raw milk. It's supposed to be in the refrigerator for 30 days. So we'll see.
All right.
I doubt it's going to stay there that long.